So now you've cut your petals out, I'm going to show you how to make your petals look a little bit more convincing. So what I do is I tend to do this 2 at a time. It just makes it a little bit quicker, seeing there's so many to do. What we're going to do is roughen this edge to make it look a little bit more natural and a little bit more ruffled. So when you see a peony, it's always got like a little frilly edge. So just take your scissors and just create random wiggles around the edge of the petals, like that. And then what I like to do is just go in and just take a little V out of the petal. Can you see that? Just to give it a little bit more interest when it's made up. So if you do that with all your petals, it's the good thing about doing it in little groups is the fact that you get a bit more variety, because obviously you're never going to cut them the same twice. Like that. So what we're going to do now is to add a little bit of colour to the edge of the petals, just to give it a little bit more interest. So if you get yourself a piece of paper, and I'm going to use a felt tip pen. You can buy these little sponge pads which have colour in, which you can rub over the ends, or you could use a pastel, or you don't need to do it at all really if you don't want to. But it's just to add a little bit of colour around the edge. And a little touch up in the middle here. I like to do the other side as well, just. You don't have to worry about it looking a bit strange now, because when we stretch the crepe, these little lines will spread out and they'll look a little bit more natural. So if you go ahead and do that with all your petals, all the different sizes. So now you've coloured your petals, the next thing we're going to do is take a butter knife, or you could use the edge of a pair of scissors, anything blunt, a ruler maybe, and we're just going to put a little bit of a curl in the paper to create the bend in the petal. On all the other sizes, you'd curl it away from where you've done the most of the colouring, but on the big ones you want to curl it the other way, if that makes sense. Let me just show you. So what you do, you just pull it through the knife, and as you can see it makes a lovely little curl, whereas these ones I did for the inside of the flower, I want this colour to be on the inside, whereas on the big ones, which are the outside petals, I want that to be on the outside. So it's just slightly different, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, I don't think. So you do that with all your petals. Again, you can look at the curl of paper, sometimes it looks like it's going to curl one way rather than the other. So you do that with your petals, make a nice little bend, a nice little curl in it. And then what you're going to do is just take the edge of the petal and just twist it one way and then the other. And as you can see, it makes a lovely little ruffle. So you just go all along the top edge of your petal on each of those. Like so. So you get a nice little crinkle there. And then we get to the best bit, which is making the little cup of the petal. You put your two thumbs in the middle of the petal and you push and pull the paper out, and it makes a lovely little curved petal shape. Try not to overstretch it too much, but you need to get a nice sort of bend in it. I'll show you again with this one. You push the fingers out. You don't need to go right down to the end, just in the main bow of the petal shape. And there you have it. So what you need to do that for all your other petal shapes you've got here. And you have a lovely pile of petals for when we start making our flower.